This is a very quick walkthrough of the Live 11 beta and the various changes. So you can see you've got GUI enhancements. Audio effects are categorized into various groups in your browser window. Redux has had a makeover. There are of course other things. There are other new instruments and so on and so forth, but I've kind of avoided those. We've got modulators. These are really useful. There's a chorus ensemble effect, might be of interest to some of you. And then there are effects like the spectral resonator. So this is kind of an improvement, I suppose, on resonators, the actual device plugin itself, but I actually really like that plugin. So this is kind of a nice enhancement. There's a hybrid reverb, which is based on the Max for Live Convolution Pro. So basically there's quite a big journey from Max for Live into native that seems to be taking place, which is a good thing. These are the vintage modes for the hybrid reverb. It's very much like Valhalla vintage verb. And these are the various categories of preset groups and then different banks within each preset group. Flexible macros. You can go from 8 macros, you can have 16, how fantastic is that? You can go all the way down to 1. You can save your various macros, as you can see here. So you can press new and then you'll save it, give it a title. There's also a randomizing function, as you can see by the rand up in the top there, and then of course you can save that as a preset. The Midi window has a host of enhancements. You have a number of probabilities that you'll be able to manage in terms of your Midi window. You can randomize velocity. You can set the operating sort of range in terms of values and then keep hitting randomize, as you can see here. It has MPE, which is MIDI polyphonic expression. So if you've got anything like a Rolly, you can use that directly and edit that information, or of course you can add it for yourself. Multi-clip editing will certainly be useful for some people. Follow Actions has had something of a redesign. So instead of having a probability between the A and B sides, you actually have now a movable slider, which is helpful. But you also have a jump action. You can jump to any clip. They don't even have to be contiguous either. They don't have to be following in a continuous fashion either. And the number of repeats. I managed to get it to quite a high number. I'm not sure I have enough life in me to actually want to listen to something play 100,000 times. You also have follow actions for scenes. How fantastic is that? And again, pretty much the same way as follow actions for clips. So for anyone who's into follow actions like me, you'll love that. You have a per track CPU indicator. So this is just kind of an improvement that you can work out which track might well be making your project fall over, and then you can freeze it or bounce it down. You also have link tracks in the arrangement view. This means that all of your linked tracks, you've got a special icon there. Like if you do something like fades, all tracks will have the same fade. That's brilliant. And again, sort of like edits, they'll all disappear if you delete stuff. So do keep that in mind. You've also got track comping. What I'm doing here is essentially taking those single tracks and then applying them into these, what Ableton calls the take lane. And then basically highlight a section and press return, and then it goes up to the top. You can actually do this in real time, which means you come up with interesting kind of drum loops. Tempo follow parameter, which basically you take an audio source like a drummer, and then your project will follow the tempo of the drummer. It's the category of humanizing tools. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time.